Welcome back. This is Bill the Thrill. You're tuning into Wild Hell Episode 2 with the remaining survivors. To my right. Yes, my right. We have Andrus, played by 28mm RPG, also known as Rick. And below him is Remus, played by Table Runner Crispy. To his left, or my left, we have Theodorian, played by Mr. Max Boivin.
Yes.
Perfect. And we'll begin. The oppressive heat, constant reminder of where you are. The buzzing noises of the insects ringing in everyone's ear on this planet. We come below a dense canopy of jungle trees into a casually moving river, the site of a crashed transit pod, and our three ne'er-do-wells discussing what to do with a certain Andrus.
I cough and spit. Help me up, you idiot. Put out his hand towards Remus.
I reach down, quietly put away my bone dagger, tucking it into my belt loop with my right hand. My left hand, I lift up Andrus. I'm not an idiot.
Good
Call me
man.
that.
Good man. He lifts him up. Get myself situated. Rip off some of his orange.
I'm crouching near the ground of the forest. I'm looking for a track for the old man. I still got the blood caked on me from my fall from the tree. Turn around to Andrus. You can walk?
Oh, yes, I can walk. Just bloodied my nose. But they call him War Chief.
Some gas, the last gas, begins to escape from the pod, submerged underneath the river. As it falls deeper into the depths. Off to in front of Theodorian, a dense jungle that no old man could traverse quickly. Give me a survival.
Boss, the old man, he took our bags.
7.
Damn it.
I got his trail.
What are we waiting for?
We should be able to catch him pretty fast. I get up, following the trail. I got my staff in one hand, bone dagger in the other.
I retrieve my club from the base of the tree where I was almost about to end Andrus. Look down at the many wounds on my chest.
Some telltale signs ahead of Theodorian. The dense, the fresh muck and mud that makes up the ground of the forests of HeL capture these footprints easily. Not to mention the vegetation pushed to the side, bent over.
I'm pressing the accelerating my pace. I said I don't think this old man thought we would survive. So he didn't pay any attention to cover his track. Should be able to find him.
Well, you guys go for it. Remus, you keep within earshot. I will repair myself here. And then, when you come back, I will tend to your wounds.
Thanks, boss. Thanks. I nod. Ted, I'm coming. Teddy, wait. I'm coming. I make my way with some difficulty catching up to you in the forest. So you don't think he tried to double cross us? I don't like double crossers.
Still left with our stuff.
Maybe he's wounded.
We should be on him not too long.
Do you think it was right to keep the Andrus fellow alive? He looked pretty hurt.
You look pretty hurt as well. Maybe Andros can help you. He's a doctor.
Trek
That's a
ahead.
good thinking. Yeah, maybe he can.
The trek ahead is arduous. The muck coming up 6 inches with every step.
We shouldn't have left Andros behind. We should have asked him to come with us. The other guy.
Maybe he'll get himself captured again. If he does, well,
the old
that's on
man is
him.
easy to follow. Will be easy to follow as well. At some point, we need to put some distance and some cover between us and them.
Yeah. Maybe get out of this swampy mud. This be no good. Our feet will rot in this.
Back at the river, the scene is almost serene as the purple sun begins to come down, almost setting over the canopy which lies below the river next to you, Andrus.
Damn it. I keep on working on myself, making sure that I'm not bleeding out anymore, patching up, taking care of my professionalism. I look around to see what remains of any weapons around.
There's nearby is one of the bone knives.
Snatches that, picks it up, tucks it into what's left of his shirt. Looks over to where the bike was dumped off, shakes his head.
Hey, Teddy. I think the old man's name, he told me his name. I think it's Andy, Andrus, and something. Maybe we can call out. Maybe he's hiding.
Andros? That's the other guy, no? The doctor.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm not good with names.
I don't know.
Old man, I yell out. Old man!
Come out, old man.
We won.
It's safe.
Jungle's dense through here. Vines hanging, brushing against your arms as you walk by them. The constant buzzing of insects permeates the air.
I would be glad to let him go if he
Just
didn't
want
leave
the
with
bag.
our fucking bags.
We can't let. Otherwise, we're going to be eating those other guys. I don't want to do that. Sounds gamey.
Still, calories.
Ugh. I suppose. Well, let's keep pressing on. I'm breathing heavy.
Back at the
Starting to
river.
tire.
I grab a branch off the ground, start preparing what he can with whatever dry goods around here to make a torch. using his survival. Starts rummaging around. Putting it all together. Tying it up.
A torch, but certainly a soggy torch.
Seeds. Goes ahead and grabs sticks and starts preparing to make somewhat of a fire. Exhausted, but still proceeds on.
Birds call out, ah, ah, around you, Remus and Theodore.
The way the old man was speaking in the pod, he seemed to be knowing a few things about this planet. Maybe that can give us an advantage. I don't even know how long the days and nights are.
I don't know. I swat a biting insect off my face. I hate this place.
Let's.
Where are those tracks? Those tracks. You still got his tracks in this
I
thick
still got
mud.
them. Let's keep our mouth shut and our ear open. Tell me if
Whoa.
you hear like some rustling in the leaves.
Yeah, good
The
idea.
voice yelling. Shouldn't be far now.
Okay. I whisper.
I keep like following the track, taking time once in a while, lean down, make sure I'm still on the right path. Step in the mud, little branch that have been like cracked and rug that have been flipped.
After an arduous 30 feet or 40 feet, there's a big kind of imprint near a large tree. Looks like one of the few places that you could sit down and not get your pants wet. The tracks lead to that, and then fresher tracks lead off towards to the jungle to the right.
I point at the imprint to Remus.
I see
I
it.
say we're catching up on him. He probably took some rest here before veering there to the right.
You have your canteen? I'm thirsty.
He left with them. Yeah.
Murder in my eyes. I take off double time.
After Remus takes off, Theodorian,
I follow
canteen
him.
to your right.
Oh.
Near the spot where he sat.
I go lean down and pick up the canteen. Fucking empty. So gonna put my bone dagger in my brief. I keep the canteen anyway because containers are useful. And I follow after Remus.
Andrews.
I look to the ground. Curse you! Moisture in the air. Dash it across. I look at the bodies and I think, rags. Pulls out the bone knife, starts preparing some rags.
Get a after a handful of rags. You catch there's a rustle in the bush, often in the distance towards the direction that the raiders approached from.
Pulls out his knife. Calls out, "Who goes there?"
No response. Remus.
The mud pulling too much at my shoes. I pause for a moment, remove both of them so I can proceed on just barefoot, be a little faster in this mud. And I keep pressing on, looking for any sign of this old man, especially Orange.
As I see Remus putting off his shoes, I look at him and I say, yeah, that's the way to it. in this environment. You'll get used to it. Your feet are going to be tender at first, but you'll get used to it.
There are some uncomfortable steps underneath the mud. There's some plants down there, but not unbearable. A short while later, there's a glimpse of orange up ahead, vibrant amongst the constant blues and purples and greens.
I stop, turn back to Teddy, nod, point in the direction of the orange. Eyes on, and then using my army training, I recon ahead.
There's the orange shifts a little bit, and difficult. So many trees and vines between you and this orange color, amorphous orange shape. It begins to move back into the jungle at a pretty good pace.
I follow this orange shape, but I try to keep the same distance that I am now, right? I don't want to rush on him. I let Remus get in position first. So I just keep an eye on him, but don't rush on him, right? Yeah, just yet.
Andrus. There's a rustle again in the bushes, a little bit closer to you.
I go, who
Slowly
goes there?
approaching. The rustling stops.
Step out.
Out comes
Exactly.
you see one of the corpses of one of the henchmen begin to get pulled by the foot back into the bush.
I approach, moving closer and closer as quietly as I can. Moving up towards it.
Catch a glimpse of a rather it's a 5 foot long kind of Gila monster. And it goes
I
hisses
step
at
back.
you.
Step back. Jeez.
And then it kind of paces around you.
I move away from it. Go, take it. It's yours. Pointing at the body.
And it leans down and it grabs the leg of the pants, begins to pull back. And a moment later, a large mouth or a large claw clamps down on top of the Gila monster, and an even larger mouth clamps down on its head and starts and rips the head off of the Gila monster.
Swear, Andrus.
It's a large, like a bug with an exoskeleton that has that kind of iridescent glow to it.
I roll myself to the ground and, and roll away slowly.
He goes,
Yikes.
just making a meal out of this Gila monster.
Roll over to the trees by the river.
Roll.
Remus.
Sweaty, thirsty, increasingly annoyed. I see the orange color dart deeper into the jungle. Seeing that it's moving, perhaps it won't hear me. I risk making more noise as I take off quickly to close the distance. charge ahead.
It stops, and it stops in front of you. Shape becomes more clear
Old man,
as you get
I
closer.
say.
Hello? The voice of the same old man.
We won. We did.
Oh,
Where do you think you're going? And where are our bags? I hold my baseball bat sized club at my side.
he holds up he holds up the bags. He has 2 of them, and or no, he's got 3 bags, and he's got a couple of canteens on him. He says, "Oh, I took good care of them. Here.
Toss over one of those bags. I'm thirsty. Come on over here. Teddy, I've got him.
I caught up to them, and I have the empty canteen in my hand. I look at the old man. I say, "You know we had to ration those, right? You just fucking drink it all."
He looks at you and he looks a little. He's got wide eyes and he's backing up. He's like, yeah, I couldn't carry it all. I thought one of you died.
One of us did die. That officer type. Billy, what? Andy? I don't know. I call everyone Andy.
He's slowly backing up.
No. You're not going anywhere. I take 3 steps towards him, closing the distance.
He turns around and starts running, and then he stops and starts like, oh! He starts like pulling off. It's like, what is this? And he turns around, and you see like a large green spider about the size of a fist on top of his neck. And it's like,
don't move.
And it bites him, and he goes, oh! He swats it off. He falls over.
Teddy, you see that?
Spider scurries off.
I saw that. Spider that bite. That's a bad sign.
Looks poisonous.
Yep.
I walk up to the prone old man. I crouch down over him.
Give me a perception. Or there's no perception. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
After about 3 steps, becomes very clear that there are dozens of these spiders with invisible webs just hanging around in this small clearing that you found yourself in.
I whisper.
Fortunate that you haven't walked into one yet.
We're in a nest. We're in that spider's nest.
The old man is seizing up.
Old man, show us the bag.
I reach down. I grab the bags. Then I whisper.
A spider's falling down almost on top of you.
Toss the bags quickly. Grab them as fast as I can. Toss them to you, and then
begins to crawl towards you quickly.
With my club, I swing to smash this spider to pieces.
Check it.
An 8.
Exploding in an iridescent or in a bioluminescent green.
Oh, that'll bring more of them. I look down at the old man, his mouth frothing as the poison seizes him.
His eyes turn green and then pop, and also this foam comes out of his eyes. Just every
old man,
orifice.
I'll give you a mercy you don't deserve. I take the bone knife from my waist, and I give him a mercy killing. I cut his throat, and then
Rimmers, let's get moving.
Rush out of there. It's a bioluminescent goo still trailing on my club. As I back out of there, I bend down, grab up one of the bags.
I grab the bag that Remus tossed toward me. The two of them that he didn't, the one of them that he didn't, that he didn't grab already. And I'm holding it in the same hand with my staff, like ready to stomp anything that come close to me crawling. I say, let's get back to the river. So that other fellow.
Two spiders come close to you crawling.
Try to stab them, like stomp them as they come close.
One of them easily done. The other one, give me a check.
That'd be 11. 12, sorry. So the other one, like, come a little too close. It's on my feet almost. I push it a bit and then squish it between a little rock there that's there. I wish we had fire. That's something we have to work on as soon as we in a dry place.
Dry, I say as I keep looking around and up, scanning for more of these spiders. We've got the gas in that bike.
Very good thinking. Very good thinking.
Certainly not free from the spiders yet. They're all over the trees here.
Run for it!
It's like, but easily avoidable now.
Stick to the path that we followed.
Yeah, I need to get my shoes. I left them just back that way.
Andrews.
Backing into the water.
In front of you is that beautiful view once again of the purple sunset. Behind you is the disgusting sound of whatever giant bug thing is feasting on the Gila monster, and probably looks like he's moved on to another one of the men.
Damn it. Picks up what he can. The regs, looks to the path that the other two prisoners took and heads off into that direction.
After popping up from the tree, it slurps down the leg of a man, and its mandibles are like feeding it into his gullet, and then it looks at you, begins to kind of stomp towards you. These like
I start booting it.
He begins
running.
to chase you. And roll a Dex Athletics. Or whatever athletics.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to roll is the answer.
Ooh, it's only 5. Is the mud slowing him down? No, this is no way to die.
It stops at the river and watches you.
Keep on going.
Puts his foot in the river and comes back. Walks back. You hear the sound of the feasting bug fills the forest or the jungle.
Grimaces. Keeps on going. They must be ahead. They must be ahead.
I press ahead, retracing the steps, one eye on above, looking for spiders still. Grab my shoes as we get to that point. Quickly shove them into one of the backpacks. I've got 2 backpacks on me. Bone knife goes back into the one of the bags. Keep the club out. I hear something.
A similarity between the spiders and some of the foliage that will occasionally have these bright green spots on them as well.
Makes me jumpy.
Giving it camouflage.
I'm starting to question whether or not we should be going shirtless, Teddy.
I wish I still had my suit, but I took it off to. We'll find something. Maybe those guy that we left there by the river.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Well, that's where we left the boss man, right? The Duke himself. Didn't he say he was a Duke?
Didn't pay attention too much. He's talking about being rescued and stuff like that.
Rescue sounds good to me as I swat another alarmingly sized mosquito variant off my neck.
I take some, lean down a second, take some mud on the ground, rub it on my neck, protect me a bit from the bite.
Oh, yeah, that looks smart. I do the same thing. I start with my bald dome.
2 weeks pass. 3 of you have been reunited. And Andrus.
So the plan that we got ourselves a little bit more summed up after that ordeal. We need to go get ourselves over towards the encampment. We need to have a way to communicate off the planet. I believe that is where we'll find most of our answers. What do you say?
There's no escaping this place. Well, even if you escape, they're gonna put you back here or somewhere worse.
Yeah, you have people that can break a blockade. Come get us.
I have people in high places that want me alive. If I can get communication to one of my ships above, then we may have a chance.
I look over at Teddy. Sounds better than sticking around here. I mean, last time I ate some of that fruit that we had, it gave me the runs for a week. And we've already gone through half of our food.
There's plenty of food on this planet. There's water. You'll get used to it.
I don't know. I rub my gut. Not used to it yet, that's for sure. I turn over to Andrus. How quick? If we got word to say your people, when would they come and get us? And would they come and get me too?
I don't know. I don't know the time. All I can say is if we don't go there, we won't accomplish anything. We'll be stuck here for the rest of our lives.
The temperature has decreased over the last couple weeks, becoming a little bit more reasonable, but much more rainy. So the rainy season seems to be upon you. Shelter is necessary. Food is depleted.
And just
the raiders occasionally appearing, but able to be avoided. After the drop pod incident, they aren't coming. They don't seem to be looking for you as much, if at all.
Yeah, their silence speaks volumes lately, the raiders. But it is perhaps we took out the war chief. Maybe they are still in a flux of chaos between vying members of who wants to lead the pack.
Yeah, it might be internal conflict.
Maybe we should just go there and scout it out.
Well, I don't like hiding. And we've got this fancy pink armor, iridescent, irradiated. What was it? What did you call it? It's pinky. The pinky armor. We've got pinky armor now, and we've got weapons. Let's get them.
We don't know how many they are. There's only 3 of us.
Oh, we took out their chief, though. You and I, even the smart guy, the Duke. We got to be worth it. Bunch of these.
He laughs. That's the spirit. Let's do it. Let's do
No
it.
more hiding around. I'm bored.
Is there still some gasoline in that tank?
Yeah, we still have some.
Barely any. Eh?
Well, enough that we could create a bit of a splash.
That could come in handy. But the
Oh,
thing is, we don't have like a easy way to make fire, so we need to carry fire with us if we want to use it.
Well, we've got one extra canteen. We can, store what's remaining.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yes, but
I can pull the alternator off that bike. The stator. It's called a stator, I think. I pull the stator off, and we might be able to use the spark plug if I can get at it. That would be our match.
I'm not a mechanic. I don't know much about mechanics.
Hey,
Spark
I have
plugs
one
are
up on you. Finally.
spark plugs are there hasn't been a spark plug in the diesel engine. Some sort of
It's
other
a
kind
diesel,
of
of
starter.
course. Oh, forget it. That's what I get for trying to think. Leave the thinking to you two. Let's just go kill something.
Andrus ponders the electronic apparatus on it.
Take the battery.
Tries to figure out a way that it could be canoodled together with electronics.
The confusing thing about these bikes is there's no electronic components on them.
No battery at all. Eh?
I kick the bike. I hate this bike.
I think we should move to higher ground, find a cave in the mountain.
Get out of this rain.
Let the raider be.
What else can we do? What do you need to send a message?
Well,
What kind of tech do we need for that?
I need a form of radio, a transmitter that can, or a transceiver, something that could be reversed, no problem. Should be doable, but we
Wouldn't
need.
a drop pod have something like that?
Possibly, but the
Ours is
problem is trying
underwater.
to dig it out of there. It's underwater. We need.
I wouldn't
we
even
need
know
to
what I'm looking for.
pry it open and.
I don't have any tools either.
I'm not going anywhere. They send us to finish our life here. That's what I intend to do. I'm tired, tired of running. I'm tired, I used to live in a place like that. I told you that story before.
Yeah,
The reason I got
told
sent
us a
here,
story.
I left that cozy life because I wanted to go back to how we're supposed to live. And then the fucking civilization came back to me, and I lost it. That's why I got sent here.
Well, if we get off this planet, we can live like kings.
That sounds
Promise
good
you
to me.
that.
Or you could live like this if you want.
That's what I want. That's
But you don't want to live in this place. This place is terrible.
It's not the best, but I'd rather deal with the snake in the bush than the snake in civilization.
A crash. Sound of an oncoming storm. The temporary
sounds like a bad one.
shelter that you built. The roof probably won't last through the whole storm.
Andrus picks up his little wooden ring that he has, puts it around with the leaves skewered through it, made his makeshift poncho. How about this, Theodore? If we get you the rulership of those raiders, then you could live like a king on this planet.
I don't want to rule, man. I don't know why. It seemed to be very important for you. That's not what I want. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be bothered.
Well, I want to get even. And if to get even, I got to get out of here.
Let's go. Let's go scout out that place. You with me, Remus?
I look over at Teddy. I mean, they've got to have some supplies that'd be helpful. Even if you don't want to leave this place, I look around. Torrential rain starts coming towards us like a sheet. It's a wall of water. Like maybe
Heavy
some
drops.
Well,
tarps.
the leaves go flattering around Andrus's sleeves and ends up
look up.
getting soaked anyways.
Yeah, I look up at let the water just wash my face off. At least it keeps the bugs down.
They might have supply. It's going to be supply, like very expensive supply. Go ahead. Get yourself killed. You'll be off this planet one way or the other.
Well, if I die, I die. But I want at least a shot for those
That's
that
right.
talked me into this.
We'll have your revenge in no time, Remus. We must fight for what we need.
In 2 days, I'll move to the mountain.
Which mountain you going to?
I turn
Points
around
off.
and point. I follow the river upstream.
Okay.
I walk up.
You follow the
Walk up
river,
to
you'll
Teddy.
be able to get my track.
I offer my hand. If I don't see you again,
I shake him.
you're the only journalist I've ever liked.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you. Extends his hand out to Theodore.
Good luck to you. You'll need it more than me.
Ah,
I smile. Yeah. I'll kill a few of them for you. Hey, maybe bring you a souvenir.
all right. We're ready. Let's get our shit together and head on out.
That's right, boss. I collect up my
Fire
weapons.
that you so painstakingly have been upkeeping for a while goes out quickly under the heavy rain. Fire shelter blowing away. As the winds begin to pick up.
Hey, boss, we won't get better cover than this. We want to sneak up on them.
That is true. That is true. Let's make our move now. Starts heading on out.
I secure up the pink armor, tighten up the straps, head out.
I go crawl down under a big tree. There's a bit of a hollow. Cover myself with the rest of like clothes that I could scrap from the dead body.
The journey which you have begun to describe as the East is, as it would relate to sunrise and sunset on your home world,
Mm-hmm.
is downhill. So it's pretty quick, pretty good, easy travel, aside from the torrential downpour and thunder, almost hurricane force winds at your back. Almost makes it a dangerous descent.
I extend my hand out to Remus. Come on,
Yeah,
brace yourselves.
boss, let me take lead. I scout ahead, using my my military training, leaning into the wind, knowing that they'll be blind too. Yeah, just stay
Nods.
close.
Yes. Keeps on going behind him. Stick in hand, knife in the ready.
Let's get survival checks from both of y'all. 8+. As
12.
you try to avoid getting your foot caught in any unforeseen roots in this downhill climb.
Man, that drill sergeant, I hate to admit it, but he was right. My training kicks in. I trailblaze a path, minimal deviations as we head towards where we know these other prisoners are holed up.
Theodorian.
I'm just weathering the storm, covering myself with the big leaf and all kind of scrap like under that big tree that shed the brunt of the rain.
The lightning begins to pick up, occasionally lighting up the jungle in moments. The storm has made it very dark here. Rivers of water are passing by your left and right, not getting your pants wet, as you found a pretty good spot over these last 2 weeks to sit and avoid rain.
Nothing to do but to wait now.
Little snake slithers by to your right, kind of riding the current.
Yeah, subtle snake all the time. Never there. Not really a problem. I let him be, little guy.
And then you hear a crash. Different than a lightning bolt.
Is that like tree falling?
It's like you hear like crunch from above you.
Look ahead. Oh shit.
A flash of lightning. You see a large winged beast, some sort of looks almost like the dragon from the myths, except its neck is very long. It's the size of a starship. It's perched up on 2 trees, just standing above you.
I make sure that I have like this staff that I had, that I fashion one of the dagger at the tip of it, make it more like a spear. That is in my hand, but I stay as immobile as I can.
Let's go. Here it goes. Except it's extremely loud, piercing through the jungle. Heard by Andrus and Remus in their precarious climb down.
Don't want to be next to that.
What sounds like that's from behind. I look back through the driving rain. I can't really see. But maybe we should go back. Maybe Teddy needs our help. It's going to be a tough climb up with all this water coming down towards us.
Sure. Yes, it's coming down like torrent right now.
Well, he's crafty. He's a crafty little journalist. Plus, he knows more about living in the wild than we do.
That's right.
Yeah, he'll be okay. I'm sure he'll be okay. We're not far now. We'll keep moving. Hey,
yes,
keep moving, boss.
Keep moving. Try and rescue him. See if he'll want to have a rescue after all this.
Little rivulets of water coming down the hill by you. Just another thing to avoid so you don't slip and tumble for God knows how far. The descent gets steeper. Descent.
Watch your step. Here, I reach out to one of the vines on the trees around us as we go down this slope. I take out my knife and cut off a length, pass the cut end to Andrus. Here, hold on to this. And then I yank down more of the vine, cut it off again.
Roll another athletics check, Remus.
Oh yeah, it's a 11.
Unexpected slipperiness at your feet. But
so here, if one of us falls, then just keep a hold of this vine.
Good plan. Good plan.
Well, we'll see.
Let's keep on going. Makes his way slowly down the slope.
Can leapfrog this vine in between us.
Theodorian.
My heart is pounding.
This
I'm there,
creature
like in my
is on top of the trees, going, and then you
Yeah.
hear, go ahead.
heart pounding. I'm just like trying to stay still as much as I can, breathing slowly. After 2 weeks, I pretty much smell like this place now, so I'm just hoping that with no motion that he won't notice me. He'd find something else to go after, go away.
Animals. Roll animals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be
Clearly
11.
doesn't. It's not reacting to your presence at all. Looking all around, making making a mating call, which becomes much more clear as a second crash occurs ahead, maybe 20 feet. And then he goes, "Arrgh, arrgh," just as loud. This creature, you have a straight, you can see straight at it without having to bend your head up. It's a slightly smaller creature, more a little duller in color. And they begin to bark at each other.
Well, there's gonna be more of them soon.
Andrus.
Scours the horizon to see if there's any sign of any trails cut through, taking advantage of the height. The damn mist and rain.
The jungle is dark. The rain is pouring into your eyes, it seems like. It's occasional flash of lightning being all you have to guide your descent. But below, the rivulets all seem to converge upon a common stream. Looks like the ground is flattening out. The ground is flattening out.
Keeps on moving along. At least this will be a little easier going. Moving through the underbrush, streaking across his legs, pulling through the wetness, soaking.
I unwind the vine from where I wrapped it around my arm, let it fall to the ground. It's flat enough now. I don't think we'll need that. We shouldn't be too far now. Just a little further up ahead. Keep an eye out for if they've posted any sentries.
Nods.
I scout ahead.
Winds up the vine, keeps it anyways, over his shoulder.
I nod approvingly.
Let's go.
Seemingly endless jungle as you've been traveling for feels like hours. And suddenly, because due to the denseness of the jungle, 10 feet in front of you, you see what can only be described as a watchtower.
I stop, raise my hand up for Andrus to stop as well. Then I point at the watchtower, crouch down low behind a bush.
I get up towards Remus a little closer. So, anybody up there? Starts looking up, scouting around as best as he can.
The vantage point, it's difficult to see if there's anyone up ahead, up top, but there, you think maybe there's the top of a rather colorful plumage poking up
There.
at the top of the watchtower.
What do you make of that? Points up. I think it's
I squint.
headdress.
Probably. What's a headdress?
You know, like that helmet
Like
with
a
all
helmet?
the crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do like to put feathers on their helmets. What a stupid thing. Tch. I look at the base of the watchtower. There's a ladder. I think that's how they must be getting up there.
Think.
We wait for a particularly heavy gust of wind, and I'll make a break for that ladder. If we can only just barely see the top of that feathers, then we're probably a little too close for him to see us.
Eudorian. The two creatures are now their necks are doing this kind of thing, and then they both kind of the smaller one jumps off and you're buffeted with a huge gust of wind as that creature takes flight. The other larger one does the same and begins to follow her off in the direction of that mountain range. Muted.
Maybe that takes off the mountain range as a possible place to live. I'll think about it. I'll try to sleep a bit, waiting for the storm to pass.
Okay.
Make myself cozy in the little hole. Try dozing off. Always sleep kind of with an eye open, but get some rest.
All right. The watchtower.
Shall we wait till it gets dark? I whisper.
A flash of lightning. Further ahead, there's a glimpse of a moment of a glimpse. There's some houses built, large cabins built of the adorned with the the blue and green vegetation of the jungle. Rather well camouflaged.
Quick, the lightning will have messed up his eyesight as well. Without waiting, Remus makes a run for the base of the tower. Crouch down.
Andrus looks and then okay, moves on, heads on behind him as well.
I take out my
Trying to keep up as
bone
much as he
knife,
can.
hold it in my teeth, start climbing the ladder.
I
It's a little
stop at the base.
It's a little slippery, but nothing compared to the descent you just did. At the top of the watchtower, a sleeping raider leaning up against a part of the tower that protects it, where he's protected from the rain coming in with the wind, that diagonal rain that's been hitting you all the way through this whole walk, this hike.
At the top of the ladder, I peek up slowly, see the sleeping guard. I creep up to the moving, crawling, quiet as I can, till I get up to him as he's sleeping. I plunge my bone knife into his neck. Then I
Eyes open as he stares at you.
What's your name?
Fear in his eyes. Just gurgles blood.
I pull out my bone dagger as the arterial spray paints the side of the watchtower, and then I just leave him there in the same location. And I look back down the
Carrying,
opening. The ladder.
he has a set like next to him, laying on the watchtower, is a blowgun, and he has a pouch across his chest, strapped across his chest, just like the pouch that you had on the pod.
I look at the pouch. Then I look down where Andrus is at the bottom of the watchtower.
I'm looking back and forth, making sure everything's clear.
I give him a thumbs up.
Andrus, you catch ahead of the houses further into the encampment. There is some light coming out of the doorways.
Okay.
Unmistakable flicker of firelight.
I start climbing up the ladder up towards Remus.
I remove the pouch from this dead sentry, gather up the weapons, lay them on the wooden planks of the watchtower floor, and wait for Andrus to arrive.
Gets up. Whoa, you made a mess up here.
Stay down, stay low, just in case someone
Is there
looks over here.
Did they use a radio or anything?
I don't see any electronics at all. But I did find this. Some kind of blow gun. I don't know how to use that. And then he had this pouch. I open up the pouch, hand it over to Andrus. What do you think, boss?
It's full of two sets of blow darts. One with purple little feathers coming off it. The other one has green feathers coming off.
Might be coated with something
The purple
interesting.
one stinks. The green one kind of has the opposite, kind of a perfumey smell.
That green, that's that. I've seen that color green before, Andrus. Teddy and I ran into some spiders. Remember we told you about that? That's what got the old man.
Oh yeah.
Bright green liquid. When we smashed those spiders, it looked a lot like that.
Oh, takes the purple dart.
The smell triggering a memory
Oh,
of that time.
That's a nasty poison. Lethal. Be careful with that. The green
Gets
ones,
it
I
all.
mean.
she's ready to go.
Visible from the tower is two other towers set up in a equidistant from each other, getting a nice triangle surrounding the encampment, which contains three kind of long houses.
So
What's the plan, boss?
Difficult to tell if there's anyone on the watchtowers.
it's not sure. There doesn't appear to be any communications or anything around here. No. Nothing that I could see that looks like a aerial antenna or something. It's troubling. Okay. It's what do you think? Should we
I leave the thinking to you. Should we wait till
Well,
it's dark? Maybe
that
make
yeah
some
would be a
mayhem.
better sense. But we must be prepared. There could be a change of watch.
Well, if they come up here, they'll come up one at a time.
That's
And we
true.
can take them out.
That's true. Let's be prepared. You're almost his size. Why don't you put on his armor and pretend to be him?
I mean, I kind of like my armor. I guess I'll wear his stupid hat.
Andres puts on the other set of armor, pulling it off. You think you could have done it with a lot less blood, Remus?
This guardsman helmet is wooden. It has a little bit of padding inside, some intricate, or not so intricate, rather crude carvings on the helmet with a single feather.
I pull it down over my head. It smells awful.
I
Wait.
look over the edge, making sure, kind of keeping my head back in order to not be seen, keeping watch.
The rain is really taking its toll on whoever is outside getting rained on. The watchtower, it quickly becomes clear why the man was standing on, or was resting on the side of the watchtower he was resting on, taking shelter from the rain. None of the townspeople come out of the longhouses. And
Maybe
they
this is
continue to not come out.
the best time.
Well, I'm getting soaked, and I'm not wearing this stupid helmet, and now I'm mad.
Well, let's go ahead grab one of their vehicles then. At least we can make away with a fresh set of wheels.
Can you ride?
Yeah, I've done a little bit of bike riding in my youth. Sure.
Well, it doesn't get us any closer to getting a message to your people, though, does it?
Well, at least it'll be something to get us closer to maybe a higher ground. And then we can see whether or not there's any radio towers around in the vicinity.
Well, we were on higher ground before we went. Oh, I'm so confused. All right, let's go steal some of their stuff.
Head on down.
Wearing the helmet with the one feather, I go down the ladder to the base of the watchtower.
3 of the houses are pretty similar in construction. The 4th one is a little bit taller and wider. It's much more of a square than the other 3.
Nods
Looks
ahead.
like it's covered in some kind of tarp.
Could that be where they store their bikes and stuff? Let's go check it out.
I like that tarp. I angle towards the square building.
I follows behind, slinking along.
A club in my hand.
The square building is that tarp makes the door to the square building, and it's kind of flapping in the wind. Loud sound of rain hitting it, making real loud pops. Pop, 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 as it buffets the tarp.
I walk right up to the side of the flapping tarp, look over at Andres, nod once, and then I quickly move past the opening of the tarp inside.
And I make my way closer to where the spot where Remus was before he disappeared.
I'm into the building.
It's a inside of this building. It's floor to ceiling. There's no other false ceiling. It's just basically a giant tent, and a number of vehicles are in here. 4 bikes similar to the one that you have. There's someone is working on one of the bikes. Another person is standing by some crates, and they're looking at you and they say, hello, what can I help you? It's a woman. She's got some tools in her hand. She looks like she's walking over to the man that was working on a bike.
I stop,
He puts
shocked
down
to
his
see a
tool and
woman.
turns and looks at you.
I'm shocked there's a woman here. I stammer. Yeah, I need someone else to take the watch duty. It's terrible up there. I'm looking for someone to spell me off. I'm very nervous.
The man, he pulls his knife out and backs up his hand on the woman. He says, "Hey, who are you? You're not from our tribe."
Poking his head in there, seeing what's happened, lifts up the at the old man.
A little archaic.
9.
He goes, "Oh." Now he holds onto the dart, scared to see what the plumage color is. He pulls it out and looks at it.
Andrus, I move on in, and
"Oh no!" And she says, "Oh my God!"
Shh, keep it quiet, woman.
Kurt. She backs up. She
Boss,
drops everything, puts her hands up.
There's a woman here.
He like falls over, just like looking at you.
Sorry, old man.
Purple feathers on the dart.
It's not the green one. He should be okay.
She says, "Just take what you want. I'm not gonna stop you."
Okay, you want to come with us?
No.
Very well.
Remus looks disappointed. Oh.
Let's get ourselves set up here. We may as well take one of the big vehicles. We'll take him too. He knows how to fix them.
Well, she has the tools.
Take the tools as well. Let's go.
What's your? I walk up to her. Ma'am, what's your story? What's your name?
She says,
Why are you here?
She said,
What did you do?
She says, I'm with this tribe. My name's Francine.
Well, this tribe's been hunting us. So, I mean, we probably should just kill you. Right?
She just falls down and like starts says, "Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me."
They'll warn the others. I say to Andrus through the pounding rain on the tarp.
Are you sure you won't come with us, woman?
Yes, I will.
Very well, very well. Help us with him. Come on,
Are
come.
you kidding?
I just don't want you to kill me. She walks over. "Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me." She walks over and
Try to get the
kind of
mechanic over towards the door of the, heave him up into there. Come on, Remus, let's do this.
I help Andrus load the mechanic
She,
in the
like-
back of this side by side.
Tries to run out the front of the tent when you say
Damn
open
it.
them.
Son of a bitch.
Well, there's nothing to it now. Let's burn the rest of it. We take
Okay.
this. We'll burn the rest.
Okay,
Help,
Cantina.
help, help.
Yes.
Noise,
up the gas
the noise
tank.
of her cries quickly drowned out by the heavy rain, still deafening everything.
The makeshift lantern of light.
I said, if we have the tools, I don't need this guy. I've been around this enough. I'm pretty sure I can figure it out.
Okay, let's do
Just
this.
dump him out.
Throw him out. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait. Grab one of these barrels. We'll put that in the back. If that's fuel, that'll be much more valuable than this guy. As I casually kick him as I grab a
Move it around.
barrel.
Big giant gourd.
Barrels are very heavy.
Come on, put your back into it.
Ugh. Ugh.
Come on.
No, there's no way we're lifting this. It's too
Well, in that
big.
case, I just kick it over and let the fluid just spill out.
Barrel pops open, and a number of food cubes roll out of it.
Whoa,
Whoa.
that's not fuel. Here, quick, help me.
Let's grab them.
Just start throwing them into the back of the side by side. We don't have any
move it.
time.
Yes, let's move it. A few of the cubes. Let's go.
Wait, and let's get that little fire starter that you figured out. Light this place on fire. That'll keep him from following us.
It gets down, starts lighting makes a little trail off and starts lighting that.
I jump into the
Let's
side
move.
by side. Familiarize myself with the controls.
When you hop in, the flaps of the tent open up. 5 men are there, including one that you recognize, Remus, from your original encounter with these men, the one that got away, who now wears the warlord's helmet and says, "Orange." He's got a spear.
I yell at Andrus to get in.
Runs for the side of the vehicle, grabs on.
I floor it
They're running into
and I aim the side by side directly at the war chief, driving right at him, accelerating the whole time.
Let's do a contested roll.
My drive check, my wheeled vehicle check. That's going to be an 8.
So he gets knocked back. He manages to get a little bit out of the way, but you clip him on the shoulder and he goes spinning around, flopping off to the side. Two of the men have grabbed onto the side of the car on what looks like handlebars. They clearly meant to carry these guys. And they're trying to just hold on while you're driving erratically.
I drive erratically, try to swing him off.
I climb myself up
Get
to
another
the
contested
top.
roll.
Ooh, 7.
They're both cool as cute girls, just like we
accelerate
100 times
past
to the jungle.
into the jungle. I'm still accelerating.
And
Look to see who's still clamoring on.
both of them, knives in their teeth. One of them pulls the knife out, slashes at you, Andrus. You react?
So it does a dodge. Terrible dodge.
So he slices and misses you. Shoulder now further into the cab as he's trying to like swing his leg up over.
Grabs a
have one.
green dart, slams it into him.
All right. All right, he's dodging. So he begins to,
The green one.
and just rolls into the cab and just starts like convulsing right there. Crowding
Looks
up his face
for the
as
other one, gets
man,
ready for him too.
The other man lunges at you with his knife.
Remus stands on the brakes.
6.
Both feet slamming
That's
into
it.
the brakes.
So the armor has damage reduction 2 if you're wearing it, and he is going to stab you for 5 damage.
Once
I yell,
again,
hold on to Andrus. So I stand on the brakes.
All
hang
right.
on.
So you have go ahead and roll a athletics here, Andrus. Or roll what you think's appropriate. Remember your -2.
Holy moly. -1 then.
So they both kind of like he's the other henchman grabs onto the front chair and stabilizes himself.
Hangs on. Calls out.
One hand, now that the Jeep side by side has come skidding to a halt in the mud, I take one hand off the wheel, grab the bone knife, and slash at the guy's face.
He's gonna dodge.
Yes, he is. That's a 6.
And he ducks. This one with some kind of training.
Poke him in the back.
The body that soon will be dead. Because it goes, and all the foam starts coming out.
I go with the purple one this time. Adam.
He'll dodge. He's actually going to jump out of the car and go duck for cover. So he jumps out of the car to get out of your attack.
Damn.
I floor it.
Then he's going to slice at one of the tires. And then it goes, pops. The mud is difficult terrain for the no tired or the lack of a tire.
Using all my skills as a wheelman, I try to get some traction to get us out of here.
All right, let's make it a 10.
That's a 12.
All right.
I look desperately for a spare.
Pulls up his knife
Damn
and
it.
he's now chasing you guys.
Sees him pursuing.
Slowly
Grabs-
fading out of view.
Okay.
I keep driving away from the
Keep on
encampment.
going. Keep on going. Up to higher ground. Higher ground.
The morning comes. After a long night of driving through the mud, the Dorian Your night was well, it's your turn. Sorry.
So I wake up when finally the rain subside. Stretch a bit. I go to the river, wash my face, look around the camp, look at the damage that the storm did.
The tree that those creatures were doing their mating dance on, the tops of them are just like toppled over under their enormous size. A lot of your camping temporary structures have been blown down.
Yeah, I go look
Have
at
to
them.
rebuild everything. If
I'm thinking about rebuilding everything, but I know I'm leaving this place soon, so I don't know if I really want to put the effort. I shouldn't have wasted like 2 weeks with those guys here. I don't know why I stayed by the river. I swear myself. I go look. I leave and go in the forest. I'm gonna try to find some dry wood and all that mud and just eat a bit of like one of my remaining like bit of food cube, and I go gather some wood as best as I can.
it's difficult to find any dry wood after the storm last night.
Yeah, still something to do. Need to keep busy. Everything is wet. Another day and I'm leaving. I'm gonna give them the chance to come back. Those fucking idiots that went to get themselves killed.
There's the heavy pulse. The humidity is going to be. Humidity is already getting really oppressive after these storms. The humidity just will sap the strength away from any creature that's out. Not acclimatized to the situation.
With some difficulty, we drive through the night, winding our way back up to our original camp, eventually getting there before I have to stop, take a look at that tire, make some vine repairs to it.
Do we still have the other vehicle here? Maybe we could grab this.
There's
tire
not
off
much
of there.
left of this camp, unfortunately, as I pull up. Oh, there's Teddy. He's still there. Great. We could give him some of this food. We got tons of food now. But I don't think we should stay here. There's nothing that will get us further to anyone's objective here.
Think we should go up the mountain there?
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, we'll go ahead and meet up with them. Let's get this tire fixed.
Well, wait. It doesn't look like he's left.
As I hear the engine, I pick out of the jungle. Look, I see Remus Andrews there on a vehicle, coming back on a vehicle. So I get out. I wave
There
at
he
them.
is. We got some food. And this thing, I kick the front tire of this side by side. It's a piece of junk.
So you killed everybody over there and you survive.
Well, we killed some, but not all of them.
So you killed some, you angered them, you stole their vehicle, you stole their food,
Yes.
and now you're coming back here.
Yes. But we don't think we should stay here. Well, I don't think we should stay here.
No, I don't think we should either. They're gonna come to us, I guess, sooner rather than later.
Oh, probably.
It's true. That's true.
I turned back to the punctured tire, start examining it, make some rudimentary repairs so we can get going.
It's that crazy sap. You know, that stuff works. On the black trees over there.
Ugh. Not sure I can fix this one. But we got the food.
A ominous buzzing noise pierces through the air. The sound of a lightweight engine. 2 lightweight engines. 3 lightweight engines. Who knows how many at this point?
Looks like they put out that fire that we tried to set. Burn their equipment.
And now they're bringing cavalry.
Yeah. Seems that way. I tear the stupid feather off the helmet and pull the helmet on.
I guess we'll have to either last man stand or somebody's going to have to declare that they want to take the crown. It appears to be the way that they work here.
I got a score to settle with that new war chief. You guys
I wish
head
we could
on.
have settled it over there, not bringing them here.
We didn't
You know,
invite
the
them
reason
to
I
come.
didn't go there.
It's
It was a stupid
amazing
idea
they
from
were
the
able to
start.
follow us through the night, but I look
Mhm.
at the tracks that are obvious. Oh. Well, you guys make a run for it. I'm going to settle a score. Take some of the food.
Yeah,
I take the 1 cube, put it in my backpack, and get off the vehicle.
I go to my little stash in the hollow trunk where I keep my thing dry. I take the pouch, one of the pouch that's been empty, fill it with the little tinder that I collected, go back, put some food cube in it. Say I'm leaving, guys. Good luck.
I nod. Good luck.
And I run toward the mountain, following the river.
For the 100th time, I look down at my club, wishing it was my trusty plasma rifle. And I square off in the direction of the approaching vehicles, my club in hand, start limbering up.
I hunker down in by the mire and the weeds, getting the blowgun ready, having my darts set up in my sleeve. And I keep an eye over top of Remus.
The sound of the motors gets louder as the vehicles approach. Theodorian, the trek up the river is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I duck about like a few feet away from the river. I'm keeping like an eye on it, but I get like some tree cover. Shake my head. I said, "Well, I guess I'm gonna be alone on that." Just fine.
Sun rising on your back. There's a fog ahead of you. Slowly starting to burn off. And the heat starting to ramp up, multiplying with the humidity, to promising a rather miserable hike up this mountain.
I'm keeping a fast pace for as long as I can before the heat become too oppressive. Hopefully, like the altitude is gonna bring some fresh air. It's gonna be out of that muck.
Andrus and Remus, the sound of the lightweight engines. It's very loud in front of you. And then you can tell that it's beginning to surround you. Vehicles circling where you are.
I stand out in the open, arms at my side, club held low, looking for the feathered helmet. I breathe slowly, steadying my heart rate. Just like every other gang showdown I've been involved in.
I prepare a purple dart.
All the engines seem to be coming to you from your left side. And you hear there's one, eventually one is behind you. And they say, you hear some yipping, like yo, 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 yo. From
Enough
all
games, I
four different
say.
places.
Come on, Pinky.
And just go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Terrible. 2. Looking like a sore thumb. This area.
You feel a piercing sensation on your neck.
Fuck!
You
Pull it out.
slowly begin to lose
Ugh.
the use of your muscles.
Purple or green? No, it looks
Falling
pink.
to the ground.
Pink. Clunk.
And then 7 men come from the tree line in unison, surrounding you, Remus.
I
Knives
call out,
drawn.
where's the war chief? We have unfinished business. He ran away last time.
They start going. Ooh, 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 ooh. They're like banging on like trees and stuff like that. Bang on the trees, and then the man comes out and says, "We were leaving you alone, Orange." And he steps out,
You hunted
spear
it.
in hand.
You've hunted it.
More feathers than the previous warlord.
I like your hat. Let's settle this.
I had you to thank for it. We were leaving you alone, but you come to my house. Now I get to eat your heart.
I hold my hands out. Come and take it.
Theodorian.
I'm trekking along, like on the side of the jungle, nearby the river. I have one last look over my shoulder. It's a shame that those guys like went to their death like that. This dumb guy was a tough guy. Could have been a good addition. I guess it's gonna be me again, alone, like it used to be. And I keep on running. God.
As your altitude goes up, breathtaking sight of a fog bank below you as the sky is lit up with this purple blue, and the top of the mountain ahead of you. You see that one of those, far in the distance, you see one of those large creatures fly out from the side, maybe behind the mountain, and begins to fly up and around and up in the sky, off into the woods to the left.
I have to watch out for those.
The way ahead of you is covered in wildflowers, colorful vegetation. The river is crystal clear. Some fish swimming down the river.
It's gonna be a nice home.
A strange moment of peace as the insects kind of subside a little bit as you climb higher and higher. The opposite at the campsite, as the man says, I bet you're strong. You got a tasty heart. And he tries to lunge at you.
My eyes narrow. I swing the club to parry the lunge.
Let's make this first roll contested for initiative.
Oh, right on. 12.
Got him.
He overextends. I bring the club down hard, looking to break his forearms where they're holding the spear. Nope. 6. The club goes wide.
The spear drops. And then he attempts to bring it up, slash you across the chest. Is that we're not doing contested anymore? You just have initiative. Slicing through your arm or into your chest. 7 damage.
Armor takes some of it
Takes
away.
2. Yeah. Good for
You have to do better than that. My counterattack is savage. I sweep at his front knee, looking to crush his kneecap.
He attempts to parry. Oh, wait.
It's a 9.
And he deflects your blow with the butt of his spear and then swings it around. Slightly off balance from parrying. Just slice across your neck.
Oof. I lean back,
It's
trying to dodge out of the way. Nope. He catches me in the neck. Blood fountains out my neck. I drop my club.
no. He well, he only does 5 damage. Whoosh.
I drop my club, grab at my neck, blood seeping through my fingers. I pull my knife and keep it hidden behind my forearm. So
Aren't
take
you
a
ready
knee.
to beg yet?
I mutter something inaudible. Blood pours down between my fingers. So I try to staunch the wound.
He just laughs and just looks at you.
I wait. I've dealt with men like this in the past.
He just has a big smile on his face as he watches the blood come out of your neck. Says,
I squeeze the wound
did I win?
to make it look like it's bleeding worse than it is.
Gets close.
I watch, peering through my head down low, so my eyes up just so I could see the front of his boots. And when I can, the bone knife comes out. I stab down to stab right through his lead foot.
He's not expecting it. It's damage.
Damage will be
It's +2 plus strength.
it'll be 4 to his foot.
Ah!
Still very much in the fight.
He backs up and then he goes. Ah! He's on 1 foot, a little off balance. And tries to step down into your chest.
Both hands free. I try to grab the spear.
Okay. Go ahead and contest it.
$13.
Got it. He's struggling with you. Ah!
Having control of his spear, I pull him towards me, and then I hit him with an elbow right across his nose, looking to break his nose.
Okay. Let's do strength here.
Strength. Okay. So
Sort of a-
strength
sort
plus
of a
unarmed
plus
is going to be
strength.
7.
Okay. Yeah. Stumbles forward.
His eyes water as I hit him across the nose, cracking his nose.
His hands are off the spear.
I reverse the
Blood
spear.
running down his nose. And he's gonna pull his knife out.
I'm untrained in the use of a spear. I instead use it like a bludgeon. Go to sweep his feet.
He's gonna try and dodge
It's a
by jumping.
9.
Okay. He jumps over the spear. And steps on it. Tries to step on it and then step through to stab you. With the knife getting up close. Tricky. Driving his knife into you. For another 7.
This time I do drop. The knife hits it, pierces through, right at the top of my neck, punctures a lung. As I lose consciousness, I drop to my knees, then pitch forward onto my face.
He grabs you by the hair, pulls your head up in front of Andrus, and fucking ends it. Theodorian.
As I keep walking on the mountain, I pick up some weed and grass so I can let out supple. And at some point, I find a nice big rock. I sit down, I lean down against it a bit, start weaving some kind of basket. Relaxing a bit. So that's gonna be home, I guess.
The reeds on this world, for some reason, make incredible baskets. Extra durable, extra flexible.
I'm weaving. Taking a big part of the day, resting from the arduous trek that I just did before, later in the day, I'm gonna go look for some booze from some kind of herbivore, something that can burn. It must be some fun out of that. Fit that bill here. Thinking to myself, making plan for the future. Finally the quiet life that I wanted. I have to find it on a prison planet.
Andrus, while still maintaining consciousness, planning a future, the last was a luxury maybe you can't afford, as they throw your paralyzed body to the back of one of their trucks. They say, and the war chief says, "He's a doctor." And they're like, "Oh, doctor." But then they say, and they hop in the truck and they say, "We'll have to salvage the pod later." Like, "Yes, war chief." And they drive off, leaving Remus bleeding out on the ground, hole size of a baseball in his chest that now no longer holds a heart. Trickle of blood down the war chief's mouth. We'll end the session there.
Grim.
Grim indeed.
Grim. I thought you had him. I thought you had
I
him.
thought you had him too. Thought you had him too.
That could have been interesting if you'd won that fight.
Yeah, I was hoping I could come out on top, but I can't beat Phil's rolls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He's got some he's a well practiced jungle war chief. You know?
yeah,
He hasn't been training on energy rifles.
no, no, he hasn't.
Another one bites the
Damn.
dust. What do you guys think of that one? Quick
Curse you! I'm still alive on this
Yeah,
planet.
you're too useful to kill. What'd you think, Max? You're kind of
What?
you didn't do much. Like, you hung out in a tree and went
Yeah.
off on a hike. That was your game.
I
Oh, you did the spider bit. The spider bit was it.
Yeah. I didn't like this time skip. I
I wish I should have maybe done a little more on the time skip. I wanted to see what would happen.
Well, like I felt like the time skip came in the place where, like, it wasn't the opportune time. I found like because like now like we just like fucking spent 2 weeks fucking around by the river, like when there was like those
Well,
guy, you know, like I was
don't-
just saying when we were coming back with Rimius,
Yeah.
I was just telling him like, you know, we cannot stay here because they're gonna come back. We have somebody, and then like just like we just fuck around with the build nothing and stuff like that. Like this guy, like I was playing, right? This survivalist, like the guy that is like not upset of being on that planet because said, you know what, that's a place I can live. And now, like I felt like that has been taken away, all of that way.
Yeah,
And then like,
but
it rained, and then well, I'm just gonna bunker down a tree.
well, I mean, what? I didn't say you were by the river. Like, why
Somebody
didn't
said
you
that.
guys? You
I don't
guys
know.
should have been like, we did these things in 2 weeks.
Hmm.
You guys just started talking like, well, anyways, we should work on building a shelter.
Yeah.
Like, what? Haven't you?
Yeah, we
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
would have done a lot of stuff in that time, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I
But
wanted to see what would happen.
That's what I like. I knew what you wanted to do with with time skip and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
we talked about that before that you wanted to do that. I just felt like maybe it wasn't the right time because there was too much critical first step that
I mean, do we really want to talk about how your shelter plans and like all that stuff? I thought we could yada yada it and do it real quick as
we could have.
a consequence of the time skip.
We
You
could
know,
have
like,
if we could just
it's
have
really nice being in a cave now.
if
Like
we
that,
yeah
something like that.
that could have worked.
Also, you
But I
guys,
think if
you
we
guys
just had
should
like a few turns more, right?
okay.
We could have said like let's move to the
Establish the
mountain,
plan.
find a cave and stuff like that. And
Yeah. Made a
2 weeks
plan.
later, and then we were like on the same page. We found a cave, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys did like kind of stopped anchoring right there too, and I thought that was like the worst time to stop anchoring. When it was like, why don't you guys say what's going on around you? After 2 weeks, it's different. You know what I mean? It's an opportunity for 4D, whatever you wanted.
that's true. We could have, yeah.
But you guys just had a conversation about, which is the conversation you would have had when you met up again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, should I have just let you
yeah.
had that conversation and then do this time skip? Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Also, I messed up because the Raiders meant to, and I really messed this up. The Raiders were meant to come back and salvage the pod. So you guys should not have been there because otherwise the Raiders would have just kicked you out.
Right.
So if you're just going to live by the river, they're going to be there. So they're on their way already, like before the time skip.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I fucked it up. So I decided it was like that dude giving Remus.
I so wanted to kill that guy.
I know.
Yeah.
But I agree.
Also,
The time skip was not a success. I wanted to see what would happen. Just
but you know, like that's
Just needed to be telegraphed a little more, I think.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause it put us all on our back foot. Like
it was kind of a soft social contract. I think I explained it to you guys one time where I was like, if I time skip,
did. I
you
forgot.
guys take a turn and describe what you've been up to for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been.
But that's a thing. Like if like, you know, we have kind of stick together. Like I think it's Rick that started, and because that's of the order of the round, right? And just like, well, okay, now we're still there. Like you know, just like,
Well, why are you still there?
I don't know. Stupid idea. Because they,
Well,
because
it's
they
not
want to
me.
fucking go
It's not
back.
my job to
Like,
tell you why you're still
Because they
alive.
want to fucking go back
True,
to
that's
attack those
true.
radar for some reason, which is another fucking stupid
I
idea.
agree. I don't
guys.
know why you guys.
I'm not a smart man.
Well, for you, Remus,
You
I
guys
wanted
need to
vengeance.
stop letting Rebus make the plans.
I don't make plans.
Well, I made the plan. The plan was to go ahead and see if we could
Oh, to
find some
find
sort of
communication.
communication.
And
That was
also, I
it.
should have made it clear that there's no electronics going on the planet.
and that yeah,
That should have been
that was
really
also
clear
weird.
after 2 weeks.
That
Mhm.
fact
exactly
that
like that
the
would have been
motor-
weird. Also, like after 2 weeks, like
Yeah.
we just like fucking sat down our end like
You're
for
right.
2 weeks by the river and said like, let's go see if they have like just like I don't know.
Well, I'm not telling you what you did for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just like I say, like it's part of like what we're doing.
Well,
here, like,
how would you have done it
experiment
as
like
a?
that.
How would you?
Hmm?
It was an experiment. How would
Yeah.
you have done it as a GM?
I find time skip should be done when the beat start to slow down and when
Mhm.
people like start making plan for long-term stuff, right?
I thought
Then you
I
can
thought
time
Rick was
skip and you
dead.
go for the what?
I thought Rick was gonna die because he had that big spider thing that didn't
Yeah.
want to go into the river, but
Oh yeah,
right there.
yeah. That
was
was a
like-
weird part too.
Because we stopped there and like, how did we get around that thing? I was expecting Max and I to have to deal with this spider thing.
Yeah, could have been.
Well, he just left.
But that's also what wildlife
That
do.
was a stupid part too, because Rick like fails a roll there, and I'm like,
Yep.
he stops following you. Like, that's pretty stupid.
And also, I found, to be honest, to tell you the truth, I found like the trek looking for the old man
It's a little
could
long.
have been a little shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little
But
long.
how many turns can we describe like where we keep tracking, right? We're just like, at some point, it doesn't have to be shorter in length, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, you
that's
guys were
kind of-
having like conversation,
yeah, we'll
and
try.
you weren't like saying you were going. You were saying, "Should we go back?" Like you were just standing there for like 2 turns.
Should we go back?
You're like, "Should we go back and help Andrus?" You guys had that conversation for like 2 rounds.
Well, we did. Oh, okay.
We did.
I thought I was just pressing ahead, but yeah.
Yeah. I thought
I mean,
so
well,
too.
if you're saying, "Should we go back?" I'm thinking you're stopped because you're not like saying you're walking.
I stopped when I took my shoes off.
I don't remember us discussing
Maybe
going
we
back.
did. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I remember like we said that we should have brought Andros with us.
Yeah, we should have brought Andrus with us.
Yeah.
Should we go
Yeah.
back? Should we go get him?
See, I'm picturing that as we continue to track down this old man.
Yeah, it was a little slow.
Anyway,
Got the stupid old man got what he deserved.
It's 2 hours. It was less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
It felt
Yeah.
like a lot happened.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot did happen.
Yeah, maybe not for Max.
well,
No, Max had
but
a
that's-
long
Max had a
pause.
nap.
but
Yeah.
that's kind of what I chose to do because like I was thinking like that guy won't fucking go to the back to the camp.
No.
So
Well, we
I said,
went
"No, I'm not
back
going."
to the camp under the premise that they'd have some technology that we could use.
Something. Yep. Something salvaged.
But that,
You got a fuckload of food out of it.
well, we got a lot of food,
Yeah.
and then I got dead.
And then you're like,
And
let's,
Andrus got
let's
captured.
hang out here.
I got that's the thing. Like
like,
yeah,
get
you're gonna
out
get
of
to the
there.
store. It's gonna be expensive. Cost you your fucking life.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't gonna live. I had a 4 intelligence.
You're
I was
right.
not gonna live long.
Yeah.
I was just one bad fruit away from dying. So
Yeah.
Um,
And
That's
the part when I had like long part where I didn't do nothing basically, like I was
Mhm.
that's not a part that bothered me because like I kind of chose that. Like I find like maybe there was like at some point when you and that's something like I think we should talk on Tear Off Your Skin next Friday. We want to talk about like making those challenge in the beginning we talked last week. I think we're also like trying to make situation difficult without completely blocking. Like at some point when you put like many like you put like obstacle over obstacle over obstacle. We say, well, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do. It's fucking there's a storm, and now like they're going, and then I have to wait, and then like I
well, I was
I'm gonna
trying to
bunker
like add something before you go to sleep.
yeah.
It was like, hey, there's giant monsters here. May as well tell Max about it.
I
Yeah,
like
well,
the giant monsters.
Yeah, that was all right. But again, it's not. It's like what I'm gonna do with that, right? Just like I'm not gonna try to fight it.
You're gonna wait there till the sun rises.
Till
Exactly.
they finish their mating
Also,
dance.
there was a point where you guys were like, "Let's wait till it's dark."
Well, yeah, I kept thinking.
I got confused. I thought maybe I said it was daytime at the start.
I wasn't sure what time of day it was.
I thought it
I
was
should have
tried to
just
say
said
it
it
was
was
dark.
At some point, like
a lot.
at some point you described there was a sunset.
Yeah, I tried to say it was really, really dark. I tried to,
Yeah.
and the only time you could ever see was when lightning flashed.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Justin.
I
I thought about that when
let's
your
look at
door
chat.
opened at some point.
What are the chats saying? Is it exciting?
Oh, here you go.
Sorry.
You know the rules. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the door of
no.
mine.
It was, like when, it was in the after show on Friday. We had a bit of an incident,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
but we weren't live anymore, so there was no
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Okay,
little
let's
surprise
look.
coming from the door.
I
But
really
I
like
was-
the GM style. Feels disjointed and slow. You're right.
What's
It
this?
is.
That's because people make that's when people make stuff on as they go, right? Just like that's that's happened. Like you have to think as we talk. That's
I guess it's slow. Was it slow?
So I said, I don't know.
You
I don't
guys
think it's
Well,
slow.
you kind of introduced the kind of situation to us, and we let you do that, and then it was like we had to decide on, how we were
if you're gonna be
progressing.
dumb, you got to be tough. Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
That's
Let's go,
me.
Remus. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
See
man,
more blood
I
from
so wanted to
shaving.
have that be it. I wanted to
Well,
win and then be like, yeah, I'm in charge now, and I'm like, my four
But you-
intelligence.
But you had a
Anyway, 2 weeks
crazy
passed.
ass death, man. That was
I was so close. Dang it.
Timescape took a lot of agency from the players. See, I was trying to speed up the agency. I was like, okay, you guys are about to meet up because you guys are never going to go, okay, well, let's all wait around for 2 weeks. Like, when are you guys going to do that?
Yeah, I think I know where you're going with that, and I just
Yeah.
didn't profit from it as I should have. I should have been like, but I'm not. I don't know. I was playing
I
the
don't
dumb
know
guy.
either. I wanted to, it was an experiment.
I guess I could have said there too, like when it came my turn, when those guys went before, like I could have said like,
Yeah, like last week. we
well,
just
I've been
left
gone
him.
for 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
found a
Yeah.
cave in the mountain. I
Found
left
a
those
cave in the
guys, but then I
mountains.
would have been like out of the session, like of those.
Yeah. I
right
think we
away.
were all kind of caught
Alright.
unaware, kind of like
Yeah.
like
That's the
deer
only
in the
thing,
headlights, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think
let's-
I don't
let's-
have a problem
let's
with
see.
it other than it was a bit of a shock. I was like,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
effects
okay.
of the weather never came up after the shelter failed.
I don't know.
Well,
I
they
don't,
were never in the shelter after the started, and the
I
rain
felt
was
like,
like making the descent more dangerous.
I felt like that Rick and I had weather incident. Like we were
It's like a serious storm going on the whole time.
yeah.
It was like obscuring everyone's vision. So I'm
yeah.
not sure
I thought it
what
came
else
up.
I
And
would-
it did came out because that's why I bunked her down the whole fucking time. That
Yeah.
was the effect of the weather. If
Yeah.
it wasn't raining, I would have done stuff, right? And just like,
I guess.
but
It would have
but
been
also
cool
like
to see fights in the mud
one
or
thing about the
something.
shelter as well, because it's after the shelter fell. That's something, Phil, that you said. Oh, the shelter you build, like shitty shelter you build, like that's something you kind of you interject that the shelter we built was shitty, right?
Because you guys
That-
never described anything, so I described it.
Yeah.
You guys never described your camp.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's true.
Single
We did
time.
not.
I think that's like they said. I think we've just been.
So should
yeah,
I
yeah,
describe it, or should I just let it
No.
be a big question mark?
big question mark?
Okay.
it's still a big question mark. It can remain a
It is
question
a
mark.
To
rather big
remain
question
forever
mark,
a
so-
question mark.
And now it's blown away.
And now it didn't survive
Destroy it.
a big storm.
If you don't, you had to build it with words, Max.
We had to build it with
With your
hopes and
words.
dreams, and it didn't work.
Oh well. I'm sorry you guys didn't like time skip. I was just wanted to throw it in there because it was fun. I was like, I feel like having a good time. I'm gonna time skip.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Well, I think
Sorry.
we just got caught by surprise, and then like
Yeah.
bit of and basically you said like 2 weeks passed, but in the way we reacted,
It
no
was
time
insane.
passed.
It was like, okay, we finally met up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah,
We should
exactly.
have.
That was a
we-
rather long time
back
to
to
get
just-
that 20 feet.
Yeah, I was
Should've-
trying to speak as if I knew you guys afterwards, kind of idea, but that's all I could go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I,
like,
I really just wanted to do the time skip so that we could talk about the time skip.
Mission accomplished.
It's just
Declare
content
victory.
farming.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. Declare victory, Phil. You
We
got
did
it.
it.
Alrighty. Mission accomplished.
But the end was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Andrus gets captured. I
Yeah.
get
you get killed,
Murdered.
It was cool.
Theodorian kind of
that
finally.
was
happy
so
with that.
close,
Freaking
though.
did.
That was so close, though.
I shouldn't have I was like because I was doing my like snake in the grass routine, right?
Yeah.
Waiting for him to get close. And then I'm like, I go for his foot. And I'm like, right after I said that, I was like,
Why don't you just like stab
why
him
didn't
up
I
in the
just
head?
stab him right through his chin? Like, why didn't I
Yeah,
go
I
for the
was
killing shot?
Serving him up on a platter.
And I was
for
like,
you.
I don't want to be too cheesy about it. But then right after that, I'm like, I'm never gonna beat this guy because Phil doesn't roll lower than a 10 ever. Whenever it's like
Fine.
I'm doing an opposed roll and it's 10.
And I was
10,
even
10,
like,
10.
I'm not. You just roll damage
Oh man,
on this
that
one.
was so bad. I should have.
What a,
I should have
what
just.
a clever ruse, Crispy.
I should have gone. I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna think he's got me, but I've got a really high endurance, so I was like, okay, so I'm still okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay after that though. Like, I should have just went for the killing shot. Oh well.
I think I did a little bit of second person crap. Hopefully not too much. But
A little bit. I noticed
Not
that.
too much.
Yeah.
Good.
Not too much.
Sorry,
was
I
enjoying.
was like my cat was like really annoying. I don't know if you heard. He was
Didn't
like
notice
fucking
at all.
wrestling with everything and crying. Like I don't know why.
No, I didn't even hear.
At some point, I was
What'd you
with his
think,
daughter,
Rick?
and
Did you
I
like that
muted
session?
myself because of that.
I liked it. I kind of felt defeated at the end, like, we didn't find what we were looking for.
yeah.
But the thing was, I mean, we wouldn't know unless we got there to finally see. Yeah, they got no technology. I
Oh,
thought,
they got those bike and those side by side.
yeah. I thought they would have like maybe the transmitters ripped out of the.
I was thinking
out
about
of
that because so basically, I don't think I'm going to do another session here without totally new group.
Yeah.
Or at least new characters is what I'm trying to say.
You're kicking us out, are you,
right.
Phil?
Yeah.
Screw these guys.
They're all fucking dead.
Someone who can handle a fucking time skip. No,
Yeah, that's right. That's a real man.
No, but basically the thing is that there is some sort of dampening field where there's no electromagnetic fields anywhere on the planet. There's no electricity. So I was thinking there's like cars that don't run on any electricity, right? That's a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Diesel.
And then you were talking like spark plugs and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's not how these work, I don't think.
No.
I
No.
don't
They
I don't know how
Okay.
cars work though.
It's good to know.
Glow plugs or something.
Yeah.
Diesel.
Diesel don't have
So it's like
don't have smart
heat,
plug.
right? It's just heat
Yeah, it's
and
compression.
chemicals.
It's a compression ignition.
Compression engine.
Chemical heat.
Let's discuss
There you go.
about the mechanic of diesel engine.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that it could exist. So it's just a matter of like getting a
Oh, that was
kiln.
fine. That was fine.
It's that ancient
they
alien
can-
technology.
They can smelt here. I was actually going to give these guys like revolvers.
Oh, really?
Oh, that'd be cool.
There's no. Why can't you make a revolver out of metal?
That's right.
Sure.
Just need to find the gunpowder, right?
Well, you just make
You need
it.
a chemist.
Yeah. That shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. So I was going to start giving you guys
Potassium
guns.
nitrate or whatever it is.
Yeah. That's why I was hoping
Hey,
that
Maybe in a future game of Wild HeL with a different group, I want you guys to kind of know the setting a little better.
It's gonna be like
be
10
like-
years later when Theodorian has been living.
It'll
on
be
the
10 years
planet
later,
all the
30
that's
minutes
great.
into the game.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll advance
right
time.
from the start, Theodorian has been living there for 10 years. Then there's a new
Yeah.
group, a pod that just dropped near his fucking cave.
He
We'll
comes
refer
out,
to you as the
big
crazy
old
man
white
in the mountain.
beard.
You're going to be riding those monsters.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I got like some animal
The
taming.
Dragon Rider.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed Wild Hell. I hope
Thanks
it
for watching,
wasn't
everybody. Yeah.
much of a slog for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Playing around with time skips, guys. It's okay.
We'll
I don't know
do
what
it
we're doing.
again.
I had fun, so fuck off.
Big idea. Have fun, right? That's
So
it.
y'all have a
Doesn't
great
matter.
evening.
Anybody got something for next week?
Oh yeah, does anyone want to shout out anything?
Do we have anything ready?
Nah, I don't.
Who's up?
There's no Wild Hell 3.
Well, we'll check in with some of our other
Yeah,
guys
later.
that are long overdue with a game that we're excited to play, but
Yeah.
hasn't materialized yet.
Fear City 3 obviously is what we're talking about.
We're talking about Fear City 3. We'll get something together.
Yeah, we'll have something.
Well, I definitely want to tweakers this game, talk about this time skip more.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
thanks
Yeah.
for watching, everyone.
And on Friday,
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna do a Terror of Your Skin again, and that's probably gonna be the topic. Like starting the session with like a challenging situation without having challenging situation without blocking all the option for your player,
Mhm.
without like leaving your player felt like with no option. I think we can,
The jump pod challenge.
the jump pod, and now like with the storm and just those kind of thing, right? Just like creating a situation that's challenging, but is not gonna blocking all options, so player can still do stuff.
Or everyone can just go to bed and then wake up in the morning and not have a challenging situation. I don't know.
Well, that's
It's up to you guys.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
not
what
taking
needs to
your
happen.
agency away. Have a good evening, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for watching,
All right.
guys.